Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before I get started with this lesson, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and rule well. Peace and blessings unto the hopeful elect pushing his word throughout the four corners of the earth in truth, righteousness, and sincerity. To you I say Shalom. This is your brother Yeshaya coming at you again through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And in this lesson, I'm going to be going into this fire that has been going on over there in California, the LA area, right? And I got this article, and this is going to be a brief lesson, but I got this article from Los Angeles Times. It says 5 dead, more than 2,000 structures burned as new fire hits Hollywood Hills. All right. So they already have a count of five people that had died from that fire, right? It says more than 2,000 structures. So, you already see where this is going, right? More money that needs to be spent, right? I don't know. They might have the insurance companies cover this, or who knows? They might need what's it called? FEMA, to cover those the cost of the destruction, right? But hey, we see what happened, with the people over here in North Carolina, over there in Asheville. They didn't receive a dime. So we're gonna see what happens with that, right? But as this fire keeps on going, I believe it's still growing. But yeah, we're gonna see if any more judgment takes place, any more, people get taken out by this fire. But ultimately this is all the will of the Lord. Judgment, proceeds from the Most High, right? And let me get precept real quick. Let me get Isaiah 45 verse 7. It says, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, Yahweh, do all these things. See, so the Most High is in control of both good and evil. He as a matter of fact, let's get Deuteronomy, the 32nd chapter and the 39th verse. It says it plainly. It says, see now that I, even I, am He, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive, I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. You see? When you read it in the NLT, verse 39, it says, look now, I myself am He. There is no other God but me. See, I am the one who kills and gives life. I am the one who wounds and heals. No one can no one can be rescued from my powerful hand. You see? So ultimately, these people that died in that fire, they were marked. They were marked for judgment. It was already preordained, right? These people would die. That these people would die in that fire, right? But I want to read a little bit more into this. I guess I'll start by reading this paragraph right here. But it says more than 2,000 structures have burned, and at least 5 people are dead dead in wildfires burning across LA County. Red flag warnings remained in effect for Los Angeles County and much of Ventura County throughout Thursday. It says firefighters battled multiple blazes overnight as whipping winds with gusts up to 100 miles per hour fueled 3 major wildfires. This is the Palisades fire burned more than 15,800 acres in numerous homes, businesses, and landmarks in Pacific Palisades and westward along Pacific Coast Highway toward Malibu. It says the Eaton fire. It says burned more than 10,000 acres and many structures in Altadena and Pasadena. Sunset fire. It says the blaze dubbed the Sunset Fire exploded around 5:45 p.m. and appeared to be burning south toward Hollywood Boulevard. Hearst fire. It says burned 700 acres in the area around Sylmar. Now it gives you like a play-by-play of the previous posts that they did. Pretty much anything related to this. And I'm just going to read them through. It says staggering losses. This is 2 hours ago. It says staggering losses from LA firestorm. 2,000 structures destroyed or damaged. 3 hours ago, it says new fires break out in Hollywood Studio City with some homes lost. So everybody's getting evacuated from this place. But 19 minutes ago, it says it's like Armageddon. Restaurant owner described fire that burned moon shadows, Real Inn, and others. People's businesses getting taken out. 34 minutes ago, they outran the flames in Altadena, wondering how they lived through the fury. And ultimately, if it ain't your time to go, it ain't your time to go, right? It says Southland battling multiple fires fueled by fierce Santa Ana winds. Right, and any of the elect that's in that area, they're gonna make it out. 1 hour ago, it says multiple homes burned in the hills of Studio City. So there you have it, right? And I also have the map. I pulled up the map of how this looks like. So this is California right here. So you see, this is the direction of the smoke, right? You read right here, it says on the legend of the map, it says estimated fire area, medium smoke, heavy smoke, right? So you have this. I guess these are the areas in the Los Angeles area that's catching on fire. That's a big chunk. For brothers who haven't been in Los Angeles is a big ass city. So that's a big ass fire right there. That's in Eaton, right? I believe it said, let me go back. Eaton, 10,000 acres. The Palisades is 15,000 acres. Let me check that one out. Yeah, you see, it's along the coast, but apparently it's bigger. It's covering more area. Yeah, then you have this one right here, the Hearst fire. But yeah, hey, this is all judgment from the Lord, man. Right? Who knows? This whole area can catch on fire. That whole green area, all that can get engulfed because it's talking about having whipping wind. So that fire is being carried. Right? Now, let's go ahead and get a couple more presets because you already had a couple judgments take place since the beginning of the year, and now you have this. Hey, the Most High, is working, man. The Most High ain't playing around. He's starting this year off, with a bang. Let's get Psalms. Let's get Psalms 9 and verse 16. It says, Yahweh is known by the judgment which he executeth. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. So, yeah, man, the Most High is known by the judgment that he executes, man. The Most High, always comes up with new ways to show his, to make his judgment be known, right? When you're reading Zephaniah 3 and verse 5, and really all judgment is from the Lord, right? But Zephaniah 3 and 5, it says, the just Lord is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. Yeah, so the Most High is always judging people every day, right? But now that we're coming to this new year, man, especially, you know, seeing the times that we're living in, hey, you got to understand that we're living in the end times. So these, what look like small events, could possibly become major events, right? You always got to keep an eye on everything that's going on now, right? So these small events can become major events, right? Now, let me get Second Ezra's 14. Let me start at 14. It says, "Let go from the mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste to flee from these times." See, so you gotta, uh, 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 haste. When you do things in haste, you're rapid. You're doing things as fast as you can, right? You're not concerned with things that are unnecessary. You're only concerned with what's necessary, right? And what's necessary in these times is having that defense around you, man. By the way of digging into these scriptures, receiving the wisdom. The scriptures talk about how wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, right? And strength and salvation, the fear of Yahweh is his treasure, right? But this wisdom and knowledge, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures is what's going to keep us stable in these times that we're coming into. This is what we're going to have to. This is what we're going to have to comfort us and to keep us. How should I put it? To keep us steadfast, not have us break down whenever we see all hell break loose, as we're about to see. When shit hits the fan, as they say, these doomsday preppers. But when shit hits the fan, you're going to start seeing everybody panic. The only ones who ain't going to be panicking are the men of the Lord, right? Because we're going to understand what was going on. Through the scriptures, we understand what is happening, how to prepare. And as a matter of fact, our confidence is going to be in the Lord. So we ain't going to be worrying, right? But that should be the number one thing on your list, though, right? Receiving the protection of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? And you do that by you digging into the scriptures, right? Learning who you are. And eventually, growing through the spirit, gaining more and more understanding to the point where you can teach, right? That's if you're a man. Now, let me get another one. Or as a matter of fact, let me finish this out. In verse 16, it says, "For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter." Right. Because the time of Jacob's trouble is fast at hand, right? We're fastly approaching this time. Like I said, shit hits the fan, when all hell breaks loose, right? This is the time that we're coming into, the time that everybody is worried about and hopes never comes to pass, right? This is the time that we're coming into. We're going to start seeing death at an all-time high, crime at an all-time high, famine at an all-time high. Everything is going to be at an all-time high. The only thing that ain't going to be at an all-time, high is mirth. That's going to be at an all-time low. Mirth, partying, bullshit, all that's going to be, to zero. But everything else, all the hell, the turmoil, the calamities, the pestilence, the plagues, all that's going to skyrocket, man. Right? That's the reason why it's important to really know what time you're in, and apply the scriptures, right? Get closer to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Seek that protection. The scriptures say that the name of Yahweh is a strong tower, right? And the righteous runneth into it and is safe. But let me get this. Let me get Ephesians 5 and verse 15. Like I said, I don't want to make this too long. I'm just going to read this precept and I'm going to close it out. But this is Ephesians 5 and 15. It says, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. So how do you walk circumspectly? By being careful how you walk, man. It's like, yeah, I wanted to get the word for circumspect. Circumspectly, it says, this is Strong's G 199. It says, exactly, accurately, diligently. Diligently, perfectly, circumspectly. Let's see what else it says. To live carefully, circumspectly, deviating in no respect from the law of duty. Oh, you see? Maintaining yourself strict in 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 the scriptures, right? And pretty much being aware of the times, right? And just pretty much just keeping watch of your actions as well, man. Making sure that you're doing what it takes to be accounted worthy for deliverance, right? Working out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Now let me see. Let me read this again. Ephesians 5 and 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. See, that's right, man. And that's all we're going to see. Evils upon evils. That's the times that we're coming into. Where all you're going to hear in the news is bad news. You ain't going to hear no good news. That's the reason why people like Jake likes to just cut it off, because all they're hearing, especially nowadays, Jake don't watch no news. Jake be cutting that shit off because they don't want to be told of nothing negative, no bad news, because that's all there is in the news nowadays, bad news. But hey, you're gonna start to see that increase even more and more. All you're gonna hear is bad news, right? To the point where you ain't gonna be able to even avoid it because it's gonna be hitting you. All you Jakes are gonna get touched. That's why it's important to flee from these times. All right. But that was it. I praise the lesson was edifying. I'm gonna go ahead and close it out by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and rule well. Peace and blessings unto the hopeful elect pushing his word throughout the four corners of the earth in truth, righteousness, and sincerity. To you I say Shalom. Kwam Yasher Allah.